Good evening. We begin with breaking news. Fire crews are right now on the scene of a large warehouse blaze in Sydney's inner west.
It's broken out at Marrickville with explosions reported. Surrounding roads are closed, causing peak hour chaos. Authorities are warning people to stay away from the area with smoke filling the air.
Live to Rex Quayle on the scene. Rex, what's the situation there now?
Well, Ange, as you can see behind me, Victoria Road is closed in both directions at the corner of Chapel Street here in Marrickville. You can see there is ambulances, there's police cars, there's fire trucks here, all trying to put out the blaze that started just around 3:30 p.m. this afternoon. It was 70 firefighters in total that have been here trying to control this blaze. An aerial appliance has been brought in that is still on the scene, throwing water on this building. Now, we understand the warehouse that is up in flames is used to make sets for theatre productions. Now, the fire has sent large plumes of thick smoke high into the air above Sydney's inner west. There's this chemical smell that's also in the air. We've spoken to a couple of locals that were on the scene at the time.
We saw someone that works over there just going in. I ran straight in with him, but everything was on fire already, like all the walls, the roof and everything. And I just called.
Now, a man in his 60s has been treated for smoke inhalation and minor injuries. This warehouse is just around the corner from the popular Marrickville Metro Shopping Centre. Now, as I said before, Victoria Road is closed in both directions. And if you live in the area, just understand that fire crews and emergency services will continue to be on the scene for the next couple hours.
OK, Rex Quayle in Marrickville, thank you.
2 weeks after his sensational arrest on a Greek olive farm, the push to bring accused killer James Delamangos back to Australia seems all but over. A Greek judge has ruled against his extradition over a Belmore murder, agreeing to a loophole in local law.
He's one of Australia's most wanted. But after a quarter of a century, the James Delamangos extradition dream tonight appears over.
It's devastating news.
Delamangos is accused of stabbing 32-year-old George Giannopoulos in the stomach and neck during a brawl at a Belmore nightclub in 1999. In the hours that followed, Giannopoulos died while Delamangos, detectives say, fled Australia for Greece. He was arrested this month on a tip-off from Sydney Police. Now a Greek judge has blasted any easy path to bring Delamangos home, enforcing local law which bans extradition of any accused criminal more than 25 years after the fact. For Delamangos, it's 27.
It's their country, their laws.
Seen as being a spent matter.
From the Federal Attorney-General tonight, a pledge to ensure Delamangos can still face the full force of the law as New South Wales Police explore every available legal avenue. The Giannopoulos family has always insisted on all of that and more. With the Greek courts no help, Canberra is now expected to walk a diplomatic path, asking the Greek government to explore any and every option to intervene or overrule.
There is still the glimmer of hope that we may bring this bloke back to face justice, but it is only a glimmer.
I certainly don't believe he'll be stepping out of Greece anytime soon, and certainly not back to Australia.
Clementine Cuneo, 7 News.
Police have set a new record, the largest ever cocaine bust on Australian soil, almost 3 tonnes seized in Sydney's northwest.
It reached our shores on a cargo vessel and over weeks was transferred into shipping containers at Londonderry, the property owner unaware of the illegal stash.
Stacks and stacks of drugs. This is what the biggest cocaine bust in Australian history looks like. The party over for the gang behind it, who thought they'd be out of sight, out of mind in the quiet suburb of Londonderry in Sydney's northwest. Found underneath fake floors inside shipping containers. All up, 2.7 tonnes of cocaine, an estimated value of $816 million. That's 3 million street deals that won't be happening.
Fair to say someone's lost a lot of money and there'll be some soul searching, no doubt.
The drugs allegedly arrived in Australia through a monster cargo ship named the MV Wealth. On May 30th, police were called to a burnt-out flatbed truck in Midge Point, North Queensland, and inadvertently found 40 kilos of cocaine floating in waters nearby. Then, 2 weeks later, 178 kilograms of cocaine was found in a van at Mount Cotton, along with 142 kilograms of methamphetamine. That led police to another discovery. It's alleged a truck picked the stash of cocaine up and drove the 20 hours south to Londonderry. The phenomenal stockpile found last Friday. The total haul adds up to 3 tonnes.
It has now become a multi-state, international, multi-ton drug seizure investigation.
The Australian Federal Police maintains the elderly gentleman who owns this Londonderry property is innocent and had no idea these alleged criminals were using his shipping containers for their extraordinary operation. 8 people in total have been charged, and the MV Wealth is currently detained in the Solomon Islands. Detectives believe a Sydney drug ring was calling the shots. As for the exact criminal group,
This is something we're still examining.
Rex Quayle, 7 News.
There's new evidence tonight that the budget's tax changes are hitting the housing market hard, accelerating a slump in auction clearance rates. The opposition is blaming a government sledgehammer while rolling out a new slogan to compete with One Nation.
Auction clearance rates are clearly falling at rates not seen since the COVID pandemic.
I think it's fair to say we have transitioned to a buyer's market.
That's the good news, but
You generally don't see clearance rates getting down into this low 40% range unless the market's moving through some level of a downturn.
in Brisbane, clearance rates are just 33%, Melbourne 50% as values fall, the average Sydney house price dropping by $75,000. Most of that, though, at the middle and top ends of the market, not where first home buyers are seeking their dreams. The opposition blaming the budget's negative gearing and capital gains tax changes.
When the government comes in with a sledgehammer, it's going to be a consequence.
But property analysts say the dip really began with this year's 3 interest rate rises accelerated by the Iran war and then the budget.
Well, what we anticipate over time is not that house prices will continue to fall, but that they will grow more slowly.
I want to see house prices being more affordable.
The only political leader publicly calling for house prices to fall is One Nation's Pauline Hanson, who's also inspired a new explosion of 3-word slogans. Her fundraiser rally cry,
"Fire the liar."
Inspiring this.
I mean, everyone wants to fire the liar, but what we've really got to do is drop the flop.
Angus Taylor, preferring the plural,
Drop the flops.
believing this is a time for rhymes. And an assurance tonight that Australia is maintaining ample fuel supplies as the on-again, off-again Iran peace deal drags on. Energy Minister Chris Bowen revealing supplies are now at their highest level since the conflict began, with more on the way. As National Cabinet approved extending the fuel excise cut through the month of July, though at the reduced saving of 16 cents a litre, agreeing to keep it under review to either extend it, increase it or remove it, depending on events in the Middle East.
Mark Riley in Canberra, thank you.